Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Jump Ball. Maybe not the only, but almost definitely the best basketball trivia podcast on the internet. At least the only one hosted by myself, Brock, and Justin. But this week, hosting duties fall to me. And competing, of course, we've got the boys, Brock and Justin.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Brock. Hi, Justin. This is the second episode of season 2. Of course, I am undefeated, as expected, sitting at 1-0.
Okay.
Justin at 0-1. Brock, of course,
Undefeated.
The super host, undefeated,
Still the champ, too, season 1, by the way.
yeah, still the champ of season 1, I guess.
We gotta get a belt. Big belt or trophy.
Close the yearbook, man. Close the yearbook.
Close it.
It just got over. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, all right. We're all going to college now, so enjoy Mr. Peak in high school. You know,
Back to back.
back to back. All right. Well,
Back to back.
Hey, we'll see, boys. Because this week, boys, we're going back. We're going back to the basics, the true basic fundamentals of the game. And I know what you're thinking, Brock. I see your face already. You think that I'm going to make this episode all about trivia about like Dolph Shays and George Mikan and Paul Arizin, the early goats. The early goats. But no, I'm not doing that. This week's episode is going to truly test how well you know about the game of basketball itself, specifically about the rules and the history of the rules of the game of basketball.
Okay.
And so, pretty standard format for this show. We're gonna have 7 multiple choice questions that you both will submit answers to. Each of those worth 1 point, and then at the end we'll have a survival round, like we've done in the past, similar to a speed round. But you'll get 2 strikes. I might have done 1 strike before, but for this one I'm gonna do. You get 2 strikes, and then on your 3rd strike, you're done. So you get 2 free wrong answers. Each of those, it'll be naming 10 of something. Once you miss your 3rd guess, you're done, but every one you get right is worth a point. We'll, of course, explain that later. So, any other questions about our subject matter or our format for today, boys?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, with that, let's get into another episode of Jump Ball. All right. These are all going to be multiple choice. They all have 4 answers. So listen closely. I can repeat anything you'd like. Question number 1. How far is the NBA three-point line from the basket in the corners? A, 21.9 feet. B, 22 feet. C, 23.9 feet. Or D, 24 feet.
Can you repeat the answers again?
Sure can. We're looking for the distance of the three-point line in the corners. A, 21.9 feet. B, 22 feet. C, 23.9 feet. Or D, 24 feet.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Same here.
All right, boys. Let's go to Brock first. You locked in first. What's your thinking here?
I've not a whole ton, if I'm being quite honest with you. I know obviously from 3-point line to the basket to the corner, is the shortest possible 3-pointer in the game for clear reason. But I think I'm locking in with 22.
So what? Oh, go ahead.
I would ever answer A, B, or C, or D. I remember hearing 22, and I like that answer, so I'm going to go with 22 feet.
I also have the same logic as Brock, so that's why I took the shortest length at 21.9 feet.
Well, both good answers. Both pretty close, only 0.3 feet in difference. The correct answer is 22 feet. And so, Brock, you did get that correct. That's with the normal three-point line not in the corners being 23.9 feet. So 1.9 feet shorter in the corners. Isn't that a hoot, huh?
Huh. Yeah. 20, yeah, but say 21 feet didn't sound. That's why I didn't go with 21 feet. It just sounded way too short.
Yeah, I didn't
But like
know.
it's literally by point,
Yeah.
whatever. So it's
That's why I went with the
Yeah, it was-
shortest. I was thinking maybe
Yeah.
he went like, I don't know if he pulled up like a diagram, or not diagram, but like a 3-point line. I had footage marked out, but anyways.
Yeah. So with that, Brock takes a 1-point lead on the first of the rules questions. If it's fine with you guys, I won't go A, B, C, D because I assume you guys
Yeah.
are just gonna write down or remember the other thing. So no real point in doing that. We don't have a Scantron, so.
oh, we don't. What am I filling out then?
Oh, dude, that's your SAT. Anyway, question number 2. What is the length of the NBA court? Not the width, the length, the long end. Is it 90 feet, 94 feet, 98 feet, or a square 100 feet?
Locked.
Locked.
Oh, boys, we went quick there. Justin, what you thinking?
It's 94 feet.
You're confident about that.
Yeah.
Brock, how about you?
For some reason, before you even started naming length, for some reason, 96 feet popped in my head. Don't know if it's right. Don't know if it's wrong. So I went closest with, well, not closest because 94, 98. I actually went 98.
Unfortunately, 96 was not the correct answer. 98 is also not the correct answer.
Oh, no.
Correct answer is 94 feet. I don't think I knew that before I was looking at it. It sounds like, I don't know, maybe there's like another podcast
There's
or
like-
show or something called like 94 feet or something.
I just remember like hustle plays. Like I'm pretty sure there's something mentioned about like Tayshaun Prince's block when he was on the Pistons. He blocked somebody for like a game-saving block, and the guy like talked about how he ran 94 feet down the court. That's like the only thing that popped in my head.
The
Okay.
amount of times Tayshaun Prince has been mentioned on this fucking podcast is ridiculous.
thing
He has
is-
never, ever been mentioned this much in NBA history, but goddamn on Jump Ball, fucking we love Tayshaun Prince.
The thing is, he can't be that busy these days. You know,
He
I bet
can't.
we can
Maybe
get him
he-
on.
I'll send him an email.
Yeah, just tell him to listen to all the episodes because he comes up in every single one.
Every
somehow.
single one.
And I don't
Him?
think he's ever been an answer. We always just think he's an answer.
No, Tayshaun Prince, though, we always think he's an answer. But then him, fucking Bob Pettit pops up.
Bob Pettit.
Yeah, and Bob's dead, so we can't get him. But
Oh, God.
we might get
God.
Tayshaun.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Bob.
Bob.
R.I.P. Bob, man. All right, boys, tied it up there, Justin. So we're all square at 1-1 through 2 questions, and on to question 3. Using the digits 0 through 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, what is the one number that the NBA does not allow you to have on your jersey as a player? Is it 0, 0, 6, 6, 6, 9, or 9, 9? I'll read
locked.
the answers again. The one.
I'm also locked.
Okay, well then, fuck it. I won't read the answers again. Who needs it, right? All right, boys. Going back to Brock, what you got?
So, it's running through my head like the numbers. 99, Jay Crowder. Icon.
Yep.
I mean, maybe not iconic number 99, but most iconic 99 I know. So that one's out. 00, I'm pretty sure it's either Enes Kanter wears 00
Yep.
on the Blazers.
Yep.
Right? Okay. So then it left me with 66 and 69. There's no. I want to say maybe 66. I'm locking in with 66.
I am too.
I feel like you can wear 69.
Dennis
I get the
Rodman wore
joke.
69 when he was with the Spurs.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's got to be 66 then.
66.
I don't know, maybe I don't know why they have the rule. I'm interested. Adam probably knows why.
Maybe
But
he
I'm
put
locked
it in
with
after
66.
Dennis Rodman, but I knew Dennis Rodman wore 69 within his career, and I'm pretty sure it was with the Spurs. It might have been. It might have been with.
Or did he wear 71?
Yeah, he might have wore it with the late.
He wore.
I don't know. It was one
He
of
wore
those.
some weird.
He wore 69 at some point. Yeah. Go ahead, though. I'm locked in 66 too.
Well, this is all an issue. This is all fucked.
Ow!
Because whatever my sources were said that it was illegal to wear 00. But you're right, Enes Kanter has
Yeah.
worn 00.
Yeah. I'm
So-
pretty sure Hassan's worn it too.
And
Right, I didn't know that.
I think
So
Rodney
I
Stuckey
didn't.
might have wore it too at some point.
How do you know that?
I'll look it up.
Rodney Stuckey. There's some names pulling up tonight. I already love it.
So, none of you guys were right because apparently you can wear whatever number you want. Because I thought 00 was banned, but it's not. I guess.
Oh, Rodney Stuckey did not wear 00. Damn it, I feel like it was 00 or.
So,
Hey, shout out
for
to
that
Rodney
question,
Stuckey though.
He could be on the pod too with fucking Tayshawn.
Yeah, sure. Why
I
not?
like Rodney Stuckey
Okay.
with he was on the Pacers or on the Pistons.
So, you know what? I'm going to give you boys both a point for that one, and then I'll come up with another question later. Just because that I'm a fucking joke. I'm a fucking absolute clown to this industry.
Wait, who's worn 66?
I don't know, but you could.
I don't see who's 66.
I'm not saying nobody has. I don't know if anybody has worn it, but you
I'm gonna look it
could.
up.
Okay.
60.
5 players ever worn 66 in their career. One was Andrew Bogut
The GOAT.
with the Lakers.
6 was probably taken, so he probably just put another one in there.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, on to question 4, I guess. Still tied up 2-2. Free points, boys. So on to question 4. How is it decided which of the 2 hoops each team uses to open the game? I don't know if that question makes sense. Does it? Do you understand? What I'm
Yeah, like
asking?
what? How do you decide who scores on the first hoop in the
Yeah,
first
who's
half?
going
So-
where? Exactly.
Right.
So these are your options. First, a coin toss where the home team calls heads or tails. Or the away team chooses. Or the home team chooses. Or the away team always starts with the basket that's on the left as you face the scorer's table. Which is the rule for determining which basket teams attack first?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All
I don't know
right.
if it's right.
Well, that's how trivia works, baby. That's what I like to hear. So, Justin, what you thinking?
Well, I don't know. I played basketball in high school, and I don't ever remember anyone saying, I want to be on that hoop first. And I don't know, maybe it's different in the NBA. Probably is. I'm just going to go out on a limb. Coin toss, that's football. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say whichever hoop is left to the scores table.
All right. Brock, what is your answer?
I'm also locked in with the same because I've watched a lot of NBA. I've never seen a coin toss unless I'm completely blind to that. And then, yeah, I feel like there's maybe just a standard like
That's what- yeah.
no scores left. I think there's like a standard that makes it super easy for everyone instead of picking and choosing.
And if it's not a
So,
rule, it's like a hidden rule within the game.
yeah, but I'm also locked in with the same answer as Justin.
Well, the rule is explicit in the rule book. I went and checked it. Which, coincidentally, I also couldn't find the jersey number thing in the rule book. That's the only one I couldn't find. So I probably
Okay.
should have known that one wasn't a real rule. But anyway, this one is real. You were both on the right track that a coin toss doesn't exist. There's no coin toss. But there actually is a choice that's made by the away team. The
Oh.
away team always gets to choose.
Oh,
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
which I think that it should just be determined.
Right.
Like you said, it's easier. I don't know who is making that decision before the game, because I feel like if you have to go up to LeBron and be like, hey, which hoop do you want? He'd be like, I got shit to do. Like, why do I don't care.
Right. Yeah. Huh.
But the away team does always choose.
That's cool.
So-
I didn't know that.
So no points awarded there. We are still tied up at 2-2. Moving on to question 5. And some of these answers are long because you got to explain the rule. So strap in. The question for number 5 is, what happens when you break the backboard on a dunk? A, if the dunk was made, it counts, and play is stopped until the backboard is fixed, then play returns as normal. B, if the dunk was made, it counts, and the game is postponed to a later date, which cannot be the next day, but must be no later than 10 days after the day the original game was scheduled. C, the shot does not count, the player is automatically ejected, and the game is delayed exactly 1 hour to give time for proper cleaning and maintenance. Or D, the shot does not count, and the offending player is assessed a technical foul.
Can you reread them?
Yeah, what was the first
Absolutely.
one?
A, if the dunk was made, it counts, and play is stopped until the backboard is fixed, then play returns as normal.
And they have time to clean, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, yeah.
No, they gotta play with broken glass.
Yeah, well, you made it really
Take
specific.
the
No.
shoes off.
Fair enough, fair
made
enough.
yeah. Just trying to catch a flaw here.
Oh, you'll find no more flaws. I get 1 flaw an episode. That's my rule. B, if the dunk was made, it counts, and the game is postponed to a later date, which cannot be the next day, but must be no later than 10 days after the original game was scheduled. C, the shot does not count. The player is automatically ejected, and the game is delayed exactly 1 hour to give time for proper cleaning and repairs. D, the shot does not count, and the offending player is assessed a technical foul. So in A and B, just to help break it down because you guys can't see the answers, are both have the shot counting, and C and D both have the shot not counting. If that is helpful.
I'm locked.
I'm also locked in as well.
All right, let's go to Brock. What's the thought?
So, my original thought is to go with C and D here, the basket not counting, because I feel like if they really penalize that hard, then they would have less players break it, aka Shaq. So I feel like a lot of players could, I know there's breakaway rims and baskets now are better than they were back when Shaq was breaking them and whatnot. So they're obviously better now, but I still feel like I don't know. One of them, someone in the NBA could break it. I don't know. Give me a big boy in the NBA right now. Anyone. Yeah, I bet Jokic could break a rim if he really wanted to.
I bet Steven
Or a
Adams.
backboard.
I bet Steven Adams could break a rim.
Steven Adams couldn't do it easily. So I'm thinking they crack down on this. They're not going to have the basket count. I don't like the idea of the player getting ejected, so I'm just going to go with the technical basket not counting. That's my thought process. So I'm locking in with answer D.
Justin, what you thinking?
Well, I know that they put in a lot of rules for breaking the backboards. Like you can't hang on the rim, you can't and all that other stuff, and they also improved the backboards. So I feel like it'd be very, very hard to actually break it in a game. Like they would get teed up for hanging on the rim and shattering it versus actually breaking it. So I'm just going to go with A. Like if it somehow did end up breaking and they weren't hanging on it, I'm going to go with A. That basket counts. Of course, they nowadays they got to review it and stuff and see if the ball actually went through, which I bet they would clean up. Yeah, I'm gonna go with A.
All right. Well, in the case that the backboard does break, which hasn't happened for a while, I don't know that it's ever happened in the breakaway rim era. What does happen is that the shot does not count, and the player's not ejected. It's just assessed a technical foul. So Brock did get that one right. I thought the answer I came up with, though, for B was pretty good. I'm too bad no one bid on that, just because I put so many details in that.
I know. I was like, God, that one's really fucking wordy there. 10 days.
It's really specific.
But you cannot. It has to be between 2 and 10 days.
cannot be the day after.
Yeah, it seems like something the NBA would come up with, you know?
Probably.
All right, so with that correct answer from Brock, he goes up 3 points to 2 over Justin with 2, probably another third question to make up for my my bonehead play earlier in the episode. But for now, moving on to question number 6. What are the dimensions of the NBA backboard? Is it 3.5 feet by 6 feet? Is it 4 feet by 6.5 feet? Is it 4 feet by 7 feet?
Yay.
Or is it 5 feet by 7 feet? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking they're all too close together. Here's the thing, Brock. If I made one 25 feet by 50 feet, you're not going to guess that one. You know?
I might. You never know.
Oh, God.
Can you read the answers again?
Certainly. A, 3.5 feet by 6 feet. B, 4 feet by 6.5 feet. C, 4 feet by 7 feet. Or D, 5 feet by 7 feet.
Can you read the first two one more time?
Certainly.
Sorry.
A, 3.5 feet by 6 feet. B, 4 feet by 6.5 feet.
I'm
Okay.
locked.
I'm also locked in.
All right, let's go to Justin, man. What you thinking? What you know about the backboard, baby?
I know nothing about the backboard.
Hey, fair enough.
If I'm being completely honest. I'm just going to go with 4 feet by 6 feet. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It could be 3.5. It's one of the top two, I feel like. 7 feet just seems way too long, in my opinion. But yet again, I'm not no backboard expert.
I am going to ask you to clarify a little bit, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Because I believe your answer you gave me was 4 feet by 6 feet. That is not one of the options.
Oh, was it 4 by 6.5?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
B.
okay, that one.
All right.
That one.
just wanted to give you a shot, you know?
Wait, what was the top one? 3 by 6 then?
3.5 by 6.
Oh, God, that changes up. You know what? I'm going to go A. Whatever, screw it. I'm changing it.
All right. I'm going to count it because Brock has given no information yet. So, Brock, now give your information. What'd you lock in with?
I was gonna lock in with A originally because I also had the same idea that 7 feet. I don't know why. Like it's the other answer was 6.5 feet. It just seemed 7 just seemed too long. So I'm locking in with 3.5 feet by 6 feet.
Yeah.
Number A.
Yeah, boys, I agree. 7 feet is way too long.
But 6.5 is perfect, right?
6.5 is also a little bit too long.
Oh, okay, good. Thank God.
And so the correct answer, you both got the correct answer, is 3.5 by 6 feet,
Perfect.
the smallest option. Which, to my knowledge, is the same backboard for all leagues of basketball. I don't think they've got their own special NBA backboard. I personally think they should make it way bigger. They should make it like 20 by 10.
Iowa
Just to see some,
Central.
like, crazy ass floaters.
Iowa Central has a really big backboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember playing there for
Interesting.
like fall stuff.
Is it not? Is it regulation?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I just remember
Maybe
the
other
backboard
leagues
being,
don't regulate
it's like
it.
it's like longer down than an usual backboard. It's weird.
All right, with question 6 and both of our contestants getting it right, Brock remains 1 point ahead, up 4-3 over Justin. And we'll move on to question number 7. Which of the following was in the original rules of basketball written by James Naismith? We're going old school. A. Each player can take one shot from their knees without being contested by the opposing team once per game. B. The ball must be held in or between the hands. The arms or body must not be used for holding it. C. Cigarettes may be smoked only by players sitting on the bench.
Gotta be it.
D. The losing team must award the winning team with a signed note declaring the loss.
So
What was the question again?
Which of these is one of the original rules of basketball? Like by James Naismith, the first basketball
Yeah.
rule book ever written. Which one is a rule?
I'm locked in.
can you reread the options? Because I remember cigarettes, and then I remember signed note. What would the
Sure
option A
can.
be?
A was each player can take one shot from their knees without being contested once per game.
That no way.
B, the ball must be held in or between the hands only. The arms or body must not be used for holding the ball. And then C was cigarettes, and D was the note.
Okay, I'm locked in, I guess.
All right, Justin, you locked in quick. You must know the OG rules.
He doesn't
What?
know shit.
I don't.
What are you thinking, man?
I'm going with peace treaty. I'm going with D. They signed a note saying,
No way. That's a no.
"Hold
way.
this L."
I- No, it's not hold this L. It's like we lost. You could
Yeah,
take
they're,
the
they're,
win,
they're
take
signing
the
it. They're
dub.
signing a L.
That's not
like,
the answer.
and then
That's a
hold
dumb
it.
rule.
Yeah, I know it's a dumb
That's a-
rule, but
That's a dumb rule.
I feel like there's a lot that
There's
had to be
no way.
confirmed.
See, I think I'm locked in with. It sounds dumb, but I'm locked in with you. You have to hold the ball in your hands, like no arms or body. I'm locking in with because is that? Do they still have to do that? Like, is that still a rule? That's like the only I think legitimate rule that could have been carried over, which could be a terrible way of thinking about this because I was really biting on the cigarette thing. 'Cause that
So wait,
sounds-
wait, this
that could-
this got carried over?
I don't know. That's my thinking.
Because I feel like
It's like the only. It's like the only one that I think could have possibly
know.
carried out through the NBA.
I know.
It might be a terrible way of thinking.
I feel like Adam though wanted to have us learn something today because I was also thinking that. But I just feel like a note.
The note is bullshit. That's such an Adam made up thing. He's laughing. You're laughing.
I resent being accused.
So I'm locking in with the holding that weird ass rule. That just seems like a weird rule. If it's cigarettes, I'm gonna be pissed.
I know, but I don't know. It's either one of those two for me too. Well, actually, it's one of those two. Whatever. Adam, just tell me I lost.
so Justin gets to pick two answers.
No, just tell me I lost.
The note is no way.
I'm starting to agree more with Brock.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you right now, boys. The knee shot, the little free shot, that one's not the right answer.
There's no way. That'd be cool though.
Yeah, everyone just save them up for the end of the game and practice them. But alas, not a rule. Cigarettes also is not a rule.
One of us got it right.
As a reminder, James Naismith originally he was essentially a coach, a PE teacher, and he invented this for children. So
Oh no, it's the note.
and so which is what inspired me to write the answer For the peace treaty one, that is not the correct answer.
Yes, I got it.
But I think it would be great. I think even if today they got to do, imagine how cool it would be if, game 6, Michael Jordan wins the championship and he gets to pose with the note that
Karl
Malone and
that child
Stockton had
rapist.
to write. I think that'd be fantastic. The correct answer was B. The ball must be held in or between the hands only. The arms or body must not be used for holding it. That rule, of course, has not lasted. I mean, you see, like you can hold it with your arm and against your body. Like when people kind of football curl it on layups or whatever, you can control it with your body. Who cares? Yeah. So that rule did not survive. But that was in the OG rules. So Brock,
That's a fun one.
Brock gets
I
that
like
one
that.
right. And so Brock takes his lead up to 2 points, now up 5 points to 3. Brock's been doing pretty well on all these. So he's a rules guy.
There's a couple lucky guesses.
Oh, well, that's the way of the world. And so now we'll be moving on to question 8. That above question was actually the one I wrote while we were doing this as my makeup question for the previous one. So this was originally question 7. Now it's question 8 because I fucked up earlier. So
Enos Cantor got your ass.
Enos Cantor, he always gets me. But this will be the final of the multiple choice questions, and this one has a lot of reading. So once again, strap in. And as a reminder, this is in the official rules of the NBA, which will surprise you. The question is, if a disaster were to occur where a team has 5 or more members of their active roster killed, what happens? That's the question.
Okay.
A, the franchise is awarded wins for all remaining games on their schedule, but is not allowed to play in the playoffs, and is awarded a, quote, honorary championship. B, there is no action taken by the NBA. The franchise must continue as normal, but is allowed to automatically forfeit the remaining games of the season. C, each other team gets to protect 5 players, and the other players are entered into a, quote, disaster draft for the affected team to choose from. Or D, the affected franchise is awarded with the top lottery picks for the number of players killed. And I have an example. If 6 players on your roster die in a plane crash, you'll get picks 1 through 6 of the next draft.
Okay, I'm locked in.
I am too.
A couple quick locks.
I got it.
Some
I got a
confidence
weird
from you
feeling.
boys. Well, Justin, let's hear from your weird feeling. What are you thinking about?
I got a weird feeling the NBA is ruthless. I have a feeling they don't care. I got a feeling they say you lose 5 players, play on. We don't care. You think I care? That's what did.
You think I care?
That's what.
I'm fucking Adam Silver. Do you think I give a
That's
shit?
what Adam Silver's thinking right now. You think I care, huh? You think I care? So I'm gonna go with B. Adam Silver doesn't give a shit what happens. Play on.
All right, Justin. Very cynical view of the world. Locked in with B. Brock, what have you locked in with?
So, thinking them out loud. D. No way do they give them picks 1 through 6, or like how many players? No way. Absolutely no way.
Insane.
No way they do that. The disaster draft. That's an Adam made up thing. That's not also a rule. That's no way. A disaster draft. That's Adam. That's got Adam's fucking fingerprints all over it. I've never heard of rule. The A. There's no way they reward them with wins. That seems a little unfair. I get their players died. It's tragic, but there's no way they just give them all wins. an honorary championship? No way. No way. You think Adam Silver cares? You think Adam Silver gives a shit? I also locked in with the.
Oh, my
they can
goodness.
forfeit him.
Oh my goodness, boys. All right. Well, Brock was right about something. I'll give him that to start out with. D, the getting the picks of the lottery, that one does seem too good to be true. You know, might get some conspiracy. You know, maybe we just put him on a plane that doesn't have very much gas and knock him out, you know? So that one is incorrect. A, the honorary championship, the winning of the rest of their schedule, that one I made up. That's not true. That would be nice of them to do, though. What does happen is the disaster draft.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No way.
That's the correct answer, and that is an official
Wow.
That's pretty
rule.
cool.
Which seems kind of busted, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Wait.
it's really a modification of like the expansion draft,
Right.
how that works. But each team only gets to protect 5 players, so you get a pretty good pool to pick from.
Yeah, you protect your starting 5. Maybe. Oh my God, it's busted.
Yeah, so I mean,
Disaster draft. Maybe it doesn't have it has Adam Silver's fingerprints all over it.
yeah, I do.
Adam Silver does care.
Yeah, he does care. He does.
care.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hear me out.
We're not murdering people. There's no way.
No, we're not murdering anybody. Listen, just listen. Like maybe your starting 5 gets on a different plane than your bench. You know, the sucky bench players they get on a different plane.
That's the thing. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's your starting 5 that gets killed.
Yeah.
It could be your bottom 5 guys, and you get to pick the best 6th men in the league.
Guys, we're still talking about people dying.
Yeah, I know it's wrong.
I'm not saying it's good.
wrong.
I'm not saying
it's
anyone
good either.
should do it, but I'm saying if it were to happen, a franchise may be better off. That's all I'm saying. And that's got to be facts.
You said
just
earlier it's kind of busted.
It is kind of busted. If the Pistons right now lost their bottom 5 guys and got to pick the 5 best 6th men in the league to fill out their roster, they'd get way better.
That's just factual.
That's just facts.
Yeah.
We're a little cynical over here at Jump Ball, I guess.
So that was the last of the multiple choice questions. Brock retains his 2-point lead, still up 5 points to 3 going into the second round of the day here. Going into the survival round. As I said earlier, you're going to get 2 free misses, 2 strikes. Your third strike, you're out. Kind of like some weird sport that I've heard about, but I can't imagine how anybody watches. I think it's called
Baseball.
Oh, that one.
Bat and a
It's
ball.
a fine sport.
It's a fine game, see?
It's a fine game.
Then
America's
the line.
That's
pastime.
America's pastime, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how it got that. That's ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah, it's not really the pastime anymore. No one really watches it.
It's past its
Yeah.
time. Oh.
Baby. All right. So, Justin, we're going to have you go first on this one.
Okay.
And, boys, we've talked a lot tonight about the rules, right? But what we haven't talked about as much is some of the players who like to really break the rules.
Okay.
And so, Justin, for your 10 players, I'm asking you to name me is the top 10 most technical fouls in NBA history. Those who have the most technical fouls have racked up the most in their careers.
Okay, so I start and I get 2 strikes.
Yeah, and you get 2. Yep, I'll let you know when you get your first and second strike, and
Okay.
otherwise try and rip them off.
Top 10 technical fouls in history. Okay.
Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace is number 3.
Oh, wow.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman is number 5.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard is on the list at number 9.
Flirting.
Wow. Okay, I'm impressed now, Justin.
Thank you. Who? Ron Artest.
Ron Artest is not on the list.
Wow.
Maybe he's under a different name.
No, I'll just tell you
Say
now.
Meta World Peace.
No.
Say Meta World Peace.
Meta World Peace is not on the list. You have 1 strike.
Wait, what? No, I'm joking.
No, you get one for Ron Artest. You don't get
okay.
one for Meta
All
World
right,
Peace too. Yeah.
Man, dude. There's so many more players.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had. Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson is not on the list. That is your second strike.
Who's
Draymond?
Number 1.
Draymond Green is not on
Oh.
the list.
Thought he was going to be on it.
So, Justin, that brings your total up to 6. Brock sitting at 5 before his attempt on the speed round. We'll go through the top 10 here. At number 10, Kevin Garnett.
Oh. Now, then KG bites you in the ass again.
Yeah.
He bit you in the ass in season 1. You forgot he played for the Wolves.
Yeah, no.
9, who you got, was Dwight Howard. 8 is Russell Westbrook.
Oh. Yeah.
7 is Anthony Mason.
Okay, I wouldn't have gotten that.
6 surprised me. That's Dirk.
Wow. I didn't know
Yeah.
Dirk
that.
has that many technicals.
Yeah, Dirk's got a lot of techs. 5 you got is Dennis Rodman. 4 was Gary Payton,
Okay.
chatty boy.
Glove.
Feisty.
3 you got, which was Rasheed Wallace. 2 was Charles Barkley.
Okay.
And number 1 with 332 technical fouls in his career was Karl Malone.
Okay, he did cross my mind, but I didn't think that it was going to be that much because he kind of played back in the 30 era. But I was trying to think of, like, bigger, like, muscular guys that were defenders. As you can tell by Steven Jackson, Ron Artest.
Yeah, it seems like most of them probably just came from chatting,
Yeah.
knowing Barkley and Gary Payton and them.
Barkley, I wouldn't just to be on there. Neither Dirk or Anthony Mason.
No Larry Bird?
No, Larry didn't
Larry
play
Bird.
long enough, I guess.
That's fair, yeah. I guess you also kind of have to play the career into that. Like, how long did that person play for?
Right.
So,
All right, so Justin got up to 6 points. Brock only needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. He'll have 2 strikes to play with. And for his top 10 list, Brock, it is your job to give me the top 10 list of the players with the most personal fouls in NBA history.
Oh.
personal fouls. Okay. So, first one, it was mentioned in Justin's list. I'm going to go Karl Malone.
Carl is number 2.
Second, thinking big man here, I'm going to go Shaq.
Shaquille O'Neal is tied for 10th on the list, so he does count.
Let's go.
And so Brock does have the win. He can continue to play
Oh.
if you'd like.
Yeah, I won.
Yeah, you won.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with Ewing. Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing is not on the list.
Can I help Brock with this?
That's up to Brock. He's already won. So
Yeah, sure. Another guess I'm going to have. Long career, big man. I'm going to go Kareem.
Kareem is number 1.
Yeah. I was also going to go maybe Mutombo. He went after blocks a lot.
That is true.
That is Brock's second strike.
Oh, you shut up. No, it's fine.
Mutombo's not on the list.
This one is not a big man, but he is the all-time leading steals leader. So he had to be reaching a lot. We'll go with the overrated John Stockton.
That is incorrect. John
What about-
Stockton did not reach.
What about
Only
Gary
snagged.
Payton?
Gary Payton's not on the list.
Wow.
Hakeem went after Bucks.
Hakeem is number 5.
So it's just big men. Wilt.
Wilt, not on the list.
Tough.
You have 4 strikes, by the way.
Oh.
But
Oh,
you can
Otis
keep,
Thorpe.
You can keep playing if you want.
Otis Thorpe.
Otis is tied for 10th with Shaq. Otis and Shaq both had exactly 4,146 fouls in their careers.
Jesus. That's incredible that they're
Yeah.
tied.
Dwight Howard.
Here, Justin, how about
Dwight is not on the list.
Fuck.
what about a bull? What about Artist
I was
Gilmore?
going to do artists. Damn
Otis
it.
is not on the list.
Damn it.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Ron
One more guess
Artest.
each and we'll wrap this up.
Ron Artest is not on the list.
Tough. That's my other guy. Think of defenders.
Defenders. What about Tony Allen?
Not on the list.
Charles Barkley.
Not on the
One
list.
more guess each.
That's your 9th strike. Not on the list.
I already won.
Draymond.
Read this top 10 list. I want to hear it.
10th strike. You're out.
Okay.
All right.
We've been out for a while. That's a couple
Yeah,
innings
10,
at least.
10 strikes.
Luol Deng.
Only 5. How about I just give you the list? How about I just give you the answers? Because at 10th, we've got Otis and Shaq. We said both them. Number 9 is Kevin Willis. Number 8, Clifford Robinson.
Cliff.
Number 7, the old ghost, Elvin Hayes.
Not Elvin.
Oh my
Elvin
God, he's
treats
back.
us again.
He also comes up too much.
Number 6, Buck Williams. 5 is Hakeem. 4 is Charles Oakley, not Barkley. Number 3 is Crooked Leg himself, Robert Parrish.
No way. Robert's racking up that many fouls.
Dang
He
it.
played, he
Dude,
played like 20 years.
He was in the lead for
That's
so
true.
long.
Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
He played till he was
But,
like 42.
Yeah.
I mean, his crooked leg. I mean,
Yeah, he's hooking people with that crooked leg. And
Who actually
and then
made that?
Malone
Who
and Malone and Kareem at 2 and 1. So
who actually like Robert Parrish was not the crooked leg. Who was the crooked leg guy?
Steve Coulter.
Everyone knows Steve.
All right, no one knows Steve Coulter. I get it.
Everyone
It
knows
doesn't
Steve.
matter. But Brock, I think you finished with 8 points there for your total score on your own before Justin started chiming in. So you did win the episode 8 points to 6. And so, as you stated earlier, you remain undefeated on the season.
I'm defeated.
Justin is only defeated. He's sitting at 0-2 after this episode. It's tough.
Hey.
And
but-
he's got a host.
Hey.
and he's got a host next
He's got
week.
a host.
So
Hey, I'm pretty sure I started off slow last season. I was in the final last season, so it's a matter of time.
Well, we were all in the finals last season.
Well,
But only one person
I got
won.
in the final.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this has been another wonderful episode of Jump Ball. Thanks to our contestants for playing. Thanks to you, the audience member, for listening. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Give us a sub. Whatever the word is, wherever platform you're looking.
Hey, and shout out to Adam and Brock. They do put a lot of effort into this podcast. I don't put in that much, to be completely honest. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this today. Shout out to those two. Adam edits his ass off this podcast. Brock, he does a lot of the promoting. I just usually sit with a bag of potato chips at night and just watch it all happen. These guys are great. So shout out to them as well.
Well, it's appreciated, man. And make sure to tune in next week for the 3rd episode of Season 2 to see who, between Brock and I, comes out to an early lead on the season. And until then, we're signing off.